Welcome back, everybody, for another Zizka. Last time we had a brief little foray into the previous campaigns, essentially. But now we are back to Bohemia with the Iron Lords, who presumably serve under the Iron Crown. So it looks like we're going back to the first age here.
Despite my skill as a commander, I cannot say that I am a great man. But I was fortunate to be alive at the same time as one, and even luckier to join his ranks. That man was the reformer, Jan Hus. Hus saw through the hypocrisies of our leaders and criticized them openly. The clergy and nobility, he said, exploited the common folk and denied them the wine in the holy act of communion. He was fearless, and the Pope was terrified of him. Hus was charged with heresy, and the Holy Roman Emperor Sigismund pledged him safe passage to Constance to defend himself. But the foul knave reneged on his word and handed Hus over for execution.
Who doesn't love the foul knave burn?
Resolute to the last, Hus remained true to his cause, even as the flames took him. The tidings of Hus's brutal end sent Bohemia into a frenzy. With unbridled rage, we Hussites stormed the town hall in Prague and hurled royalist officials through its windows.
It's the defenestration of Prague, Part 1.
Chaos, King Wenceslaus
and then
died
they'd never
of
do
shock,
it again.
causing the hated Sigismund to lay claim to the throne. Now, as we prepare for all-out war, some Hussites have journeyed to the south and rebuilt an abandoned fortress into the citadel of Tabor. I marched to join them, but our route is fraught with peril. A league of ruthless noblemen known as the Iron Lords have sworn death to any Hussite that they meet, and most of our army consists of untrained peasants, men, and even some women who have never seen a day of battle. If we are to survive an onslaught of armored knights, these untrained commoners will have to turn wagons into weapons and fight in a way never seen before.
A wagon full of Hussites? Nah, that doesn't sound familiar. Alright, at least 10 units, including 3 Hussite, I guess Hussite, because it's Jan Hus. Hussite wagons must reach Tabor. Jan Zizka is restricted to the Castle Age, so we were an imp in the last one, but now we're back to Castle Age, and can support a pop limit of 150. The Iron Lords prowl the route to Tabor. To preserve the integrity of your force, use the dense terrain and elevation advantageously and fight only when absolutely necessary. The Taborites have quarried most of the nearby stone to build their fortress. Additional stone must be sought in enemy territory. The Hussites are peasants with only rudimentary war materials at their disposal. Plunder enemy armories and estates to acquire more advanced armor and weapons. Although Jan Zizka and his Hussites cannot currently recruit knights, the Bohemians can train powerful hand cannoneers in the Castle Age, provided they can somehow obtain knowledge of chemistry. Jan Zizka's Hussite army has just left Plzn and is marching to reinforce the allied fortress of Tabor, which is located in the east of the map. The Iron Lords have reneged on their peace agreement with Zizka and now scour the countryside for him and his army. Their forces of cavalry and infantry block the route to Tabor and defend several estates and armories scattered throughout the map. 3 major enemy fortresses dominate the region. Sedlec lies to the north and is defended by Stuff. Pisek is to the southwest and fields Stuff. And Prakachatis, yeah, and is in the southeast, and they have Stuff. And everybody's Bohemians.
The Iron Lords are hot on our tail.
What? We're at the edge of the map. How can they be hot on our tail? So yeah, now we have Hussite Wagons. Hussite Wagons. They are our unique unit as the Bohemians. These guys are cool as heck, man. One, they look absolutely hilarious. They're freaking goofy as heck. Just little wagons, completely, no horse are necessary. Just roll around. Yeah. So yeah, the special gimmick with these things is that, one, they are siege weapons, so they're much more analogous to organ guns. But they are, I think, faster. They're definitely faster. They're tankier by a lot. But they're also very expensive, and they take a ton of extra damage from, like, mangonels. But they also reduce damage of any allied units that are behind them.
One route to Tabor, but it is heavily guarded. Perhaps we should sneak through the swamps to the southeast instead.
Oh, it sounds like quitter talk. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Oops. Oh, rip. Oh, yeah, they also fire, like, one big cannonball and 3 other smaller projectiles, kind of like organ guns.
Through the marsh like a nest of adders. The Iron Lord's cavalry will rip you out like a clump of reeds, root and stem.
Steady on, Hussites. We have them right where we want them. Close formation and prepare to fire.
Okay. So here's the thing with the Hussite Wagons. They block damage to, you know, if there were any ranged units attacking these archers, then their damage would be reduced by half. But these guys are still really weak to melee attacks, so it's like you kind of want them in the back a little bit. I'm still not entirely sure how to use them, like best use them yet. I mean, they're really good. They just have a lot of HP, a ton of pierce armor, and high attacks. So, like, they're good, but I'm not sure yet, and I don't think any single person is, as these civs are very new. It's like, sure, quite how best to use their special effect. But I'm sure we'll find out eventually. They see me rolling, they hating, or something. But yeah, you can see the Hussite Wagons are pretty fast. At least, you know, as far as siege units go. Anyway, I assume we will be getting control of Tabor. You even have a little dock and pond and stuff. You also have masonry researched for some reason. Not that I'm going to complain.
Welcome, young Zizka. Our fortress is yours. Just lead us to victory over these predatory noblemen and flush them out of their tall castles.
Sounds like fun on a bun. So this seems like a very straightforward, you know, build and destroy scenario. I do think it's... Oh, we need to destroy only 2 of the castles. I see.
Feeble pile of stone will not save you from the Iron Lords, young Zizka. True warriors from real castles now issue forth against.
Let's just make a scout cav to, you know, scout. Whoa. That was weird. It's like my cursor got stuck for a second. Oh, well, I think we're fine.
Our scouts have mapped the region and located several of the Iron Lord's estates. Our weapons and supplies are few, but perhaps we can seize what we need.
Whoa, that's a lot of X's. Didn't I have a scout cav somewhere? Did it die already? No mill. Unfortunate. But yeah, I will say that it's a bit odd from a progression standpoint because, you know, like the last scenario was the huge climactic battle from the previous campaign, but it was only the 2nd level in this campaign. And like, I get that we were just mercenaries fighting in like another person's war, but it's still a little weird, you know what I mean? It's not as bad as like other instances of really weird progression like in Lei Loi. But it's still a bit weird.
Ano, čepu dřevo. Zdař Bůh, pravdu díš. Stavím.
Anyway, at this point, we do get to leverage our free mining camp upgrades, which is going to be pretty handy. Yeah, 110 wood, 70 gold. So these guys ain't cheap. But they good. They good.
Stavím.
So what is my plan beyond training a bunch of Hussite Wagons? There really isn't one yet.
Co žádáš?
Zdař Bůh.
I guess we can take from these forage bushes.
Jsem připraven.
Žádá. Čepu dřevo. Jsem připraven. Lovím zvěř.
But we're definitely going to train a bunch of Hussite Wagons.
Zdař Bůh. Žádá. Budíš. Ano. Stavím.
Co žádáš? Stavím, stavím. Zdař štěpu dřevo.
Jsem připraven. Vykonám to. Ano. Lovím zvěř.
Co žádáš?
Jsem připraven. Zvěř.
Good enough for me.
Ano. Stavím. Jsem připravena. Ano. Stavím.
Get another couple.
Co žádáš?
Zdař Bůh.
Vykonám zvěř.
And yeah, just chilling right now.
Žádá. Jsem připraven. Lovím zvěř.
Good enough.
Zdař Bůh. Lovím zvěř.
Sedlec. Ah! Rip.
No wounds daunts this one-eyed warrior. I will soon be back.
Yeah, like,
My words.
these guys aren't war wagons. I know they kind of look like war wagons, what with them both having the word wagon in their name, but they are very different units. Pikemen and skirmishers are not going to be great against them.
Ano. Lovím zvěř. Jsem připraven.
Oh yeah, they said we have to push out into enemy territory to get more stone. That's fine, we can do that.
Ano. Stavím.
Jsem připraven.
Let's start going after those estates. But yeah, for the time being, we're just going to pretend we're doing CBA and build a bunch of Hussite Wagons.
Žádáš. Sbírám.
Ano.
Oh. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Dřevo. Jsem připravena.
That's a bit awkward.
Co žádáš? Zdař Bůh. Stavím.
Wait, don't steal my cows, you lamers. Maybe I should mix in some pikemen. I mean, these sort of, we can't make pikemen. You probably have to research pike, or we have to steal pikemen. You know, we have to get pikemen from our enemies. That's just great. Well, you know what? We can make Hussite Wagons and just, you know, make more of them.
Zdař Bůh. Vykonám to.
Ano.
Budiš.
Žádáš.
Božu zemi.
Get gill nets. But yeah, we really need to try and preserve this mass.
Jsem připraven. Stavím. Žádáš. Vykonám to. Stavím.
There's another gold mine,
Ano.
which we should probably go after. It's actually a big one.
Stavím. Zdař Bůh.
Ah!
Ano. Ano.
Jsem připravena. Zdař Bůh. Budiš. Pravdu.
Žádáš. Budíš. Ano.
Really?
Pravdu díš.
99 stone.
Zdař Bůh.
připravena. Vykonám to.
Okay. All you guys,
Stavím.
go over here.
Ano,
Do your thing.
jsem připravena. Stavím. Ano. Stavím. Jsem připravena. Zdaš Bůh pravdu díš. Stavím.
Ano, ano. Stavím.
More. Oh, yeah, I don't know how these guys do against rams. You'd think that with their extra projectiles, they would do not horribly and not amazingly against rams. Although they would take extra bonus damage from them if they got in too close. Yeah, we also can't even make crossbowmen. So really, even if we weren't like, hey, this is a new Civ, let's make Hussite Wagons, we would want to mostly be making Hussite Wagons. And some rams, I guess.
Ano, zdaš Bůh. Jsem připravena.
Looks like it's a little bit safer over here.
Stavím.
Maybe a few more lumberjacks. Oh, this area we should probably be chopping. These trees need to be dropping because we should chop them. Oh yeah, we should also get Wagenburg tactics. Probably not at all worth it with how few military units we have, but since when do I care? I don't have a blacksmith.
Ano,
I can't build a blacksmith. Great.
Žádáš.
Okay, we really need to start
Zdaš Bůh. Žádáš.
taking down these estates. That sounds familiar.
Žádáš.
No idea where that could be from.
zdaš Bůh. Stavím.
Ano. Vykonám to. Stavím. Žádáš. Stavím.
Alrighty, we are moving on up in the world. We have 4 Hussite Wagons and a scout cavalry.
Budíš. Čepu dřevo. Ano. Čepu
Things could not be going better.
Ano, co žádáš?
Oh no. That apparently happened.
Jsem připraven. Dřevo. Stavím.
Yeah, look at these guys speed along with Wagenburg tactics.
Žádáš. Stavím. Jsem připraven. Čepu dřevo. Žádáš. Vykonám to. Stavím.
Just make some fish traps.
Ano.
Stop it!
Ano, štěpu dřevo.
I mean, really, we just need to, you know, hunker down and really get to a good number of Hussite Wagons. I mean, they literally are like the only decent thing we can train. Otherwise, we only have feudal age units. Until we start pushing out and taking down those estates, but again, we're not really able to do that as we are constantly under attack. Oh, more stone over here.
Čepu dřevo. Zdaš Bůh. Lovím zvěř.
All right. I wonder if scorpions do extra damage. I don't know actually. Oh, to have new civs. Quick water break. But yeah, now our wagon number's increasing. Yeah, range units are just essentially worthless. Ugh. Let's make a defensive mango or two. But let's see what we can get over here.
Žádáš. Jsem připraven. Lovím zvěř.
Oh, damn it. Oh, there goes that gate. I have so much food. I really can't use on anything useful right now. Still, we just gotta keep steadily increasing our numbers, boys and girls. Ah! Like I said, these mangonels do extra bonus damage. Oh my god. See what I mean?
Jsem připraven.
Ano. Robím v dolu.
Wait a minute. I have a market. Can I make more castles?
Stáš půl.
I can. What the heck am I doing?
Jsem připravena. Stavím.
Jeez, Ornlu. Let's use our noggins for once.
Ano. Stáš půl. Jsem připraven.
Let's make sure this castle goes up. Let's not channel our inner doubt. Let's think of what doubt would do in this situation and then do the opposite. Okay, that guy's gonna die finally. I mean, these guys are all pretty darn relentless in this scenario, and our gold isn't gonna last forever. Oh. Shoot him!
Stáš půl. Ano. Budíš.
Maybe we can try and sneak over.
Stavím. Jsem připraven. Zemi.
Let's, like, get all these upgrades. Where's our Malian teammate when we need him?
Jsem připravena. Dřevo. Co žádáš? Stavím, stavím.
Ano.
Let's just get some more lumberjacks. Okay, now we're stabilizing.
Tak vykonám to.
Jsem připravena. Stavím.
Let's get some Ramos.
Co žádáš? Vykonám to. Ano. Vykonám to. Budíš.
These guys are so goofy looking, man.
Ano. Ano. Stavím. Co žádáš? Robím.
Yeah, we're running low on our mineral resources. Wait, is that a relic? No, that's just my mining camp. It's a bird. It's a plane. It's a mining camp. Much less exciting.
Ano, rozumím. Do zbraně.
Well, I guess we can go after these guys in the north. Just because the other guys come from the south. South and southwest-ish. So this clears up an entire direction, I guess you could say.
Ano, jsem připravena. Štěpu dřevo.
No, Mangonel stays. That's the defensive unit we're looking for. Rams are going to be needed to take down castles. But yeah, it's like once you get enough Hussite Wagons, they're killing stuff. They're pretty similar to organ guns, but just
Stavím.
tankier in some ways, but also almost weaker to mangonels and also more expensive.
Just look at all of these
Oh, okay.
valuable resources, my fighters. Feast your eyes, and then your stomachs.
Ha ha ha. This is so goofy.
We have seized valuable equipment from this arsenal. Arm yourselves, brothers.
Bodkin arrow and crossbowmen. Handy enough, but
Stealing supplies. Be warned, the Iron Lords take the hands of thieves.
whoa, whoa, whoa.
Besiege our castles. Such amusement has not regaled the Iron Lords. You have pilfered some elegant weapons, young. But surely you do not presume foolish peasants to actually know how to brandish such fine armor. Peasant arms falter and bow like grass before the wind. But the Iron Lords
These guys, man.
great oak. Soon, like the grass, you shall all be unborn.
Co žádáš?
Oh, we're running low on gold.
Stavím.
Oh, maybe we should get a better lumber camp. Wild idea. But at least we can mine stone. Go get him.
Jsem připraven. Stavím.
Hopefully there's some more gold over here. This is so many Hussite wagons.
Co žádáš?
Feels good, man. Oh, we get everything.
Lies in ruins. The Iron Lords cannot believe this disgrace.
Oh, hey. I was wondering how I got all those captrams. Also, why do the Iron Lords talk in the third person? It's pretty weird.
Ano, jsem připravena. Robím
It's like
to.
they've been hanging out with no guy.
Stavím.
Jsem připraven. Co žádáš? Bůh.
Ano,
Robím dolů.
Anyway, just one more castle and we'll be good to go. Let's just take out this trade workshop, I guess.
Jsem připraven. Ano. Pravdu díš.
Okay, so where are these other castles? There's one over here and one over here. Let's go to the one that's over here because it's closer. Sounds like a great reason.
Co žádáš?
jsem připravena. Tudíž. Budiš.
Just
Yep.
look at all of these valuable resources, my fighters. Feast your eyes, and then your stomachs.
Up.
Ano, ano, pane.
Jsem připraven.
Ah! Come on, my trundling wagons of destruction or something.
Ano. Stavím.
Yeah, these knights, they ain't gonna do the trick, guys. Okay, what if I just tried to click over here? Where do I go? Because there are these mountainy things in the way and swamps and stuff.
Stavím. Zdáš Bůh. Co žádám.
Co žádáš?
Just kill this tower.
Jsem připraven. Budíš.
All right, onward and upward.
Žádá, za budíš. Stavím.
I just assume that there are enemy units over here, which is why I'm pausing. The Prachatisa.
Zdař Bůh. Vykonám to.
Or Prachtice. Prachtice? Don't stop. Yeah, the only thing that's kind of weird about this scenario is that our best unit is the Hussite wagon, and we don't actually need a blacksmith. We don't need to destroy any blacksmiths to get that. Like, we just build from castles. There isn't anything more we need to do, and it's like, okay, well, I could roam the countryside trying to snipe blacksmiths and siege workshops, or trade workshops, rather. Or I could just make a bunch of Hussite wagons and just kill everything. Nevertheless, go get 'em! Oh man, they didn't stand a chance. I mean, it was tricky to hold on initially, but once we got to a good number of wagons, they just kind of annihilate everything. There we go. No, not palisades.
Jsem připraven.
How do we get to this freaking castle, man? Just destroy that. Alright, looks like we can go in from this way.
Stavím. Stavím.
We have seized valuable equipment from this arsenal. Arm yourselves, brothers.
Leather archer armor and elite skirmisher. It's like, yeah, but I don't really need those things. I have Hussite wagons. They're gonna be way better. And like, they don't even benefit from blacksmith upgrades, so I'm not even bothered about getting that. I was wondering where the rest of these cap rams went. Let's get some forward siege workshops. Look at him go! What are you gonna do when the Hussite wagons come for you? They even take down buildings pretty quick. They just have such high pierce attack. Whoops. Alright, go for the castle, and we should be able to win the scenario pretty easily. Go, go, go! I don't know. Go for it.
We have seized valuable equipment from this arsenal. Arm yourselves, brothers.
Oh boy, iron casting and long swordsman. I care a lot about that. Oh, that was pretty easy. Yeah, I was like, it was a tricky defense early on. Don't get me wrong. It was just like
Also endure the martyrdom of the people of Prahatitsa.
Prahatitsa? Oh my goodness.
Iron Lords defeated, we have made safe our new citadel. A small flame of hope now glows in the vast darkness of ignorance.
Huzzah! Okay.
On the marshy plains of Sudomierz, a rabble of peasants became a disciplined army. Crouched behind a wall of wagons, 400 Hussites broke charges of knights with volleys of crossbows and hand cannons before charging into the fray with flails fashioned from farm tools. As castle after castle fell, we exacted our grim vengeance. Only one man survived our sack of Sedlets, a lord to whom we offered freedom on the condition that he lop off the heads of the other 5 noblemen standing beside him.
Damn, that's pretty freaking
Within
savage.
the smithies and arsenals of the Iron Lords lay enough weapons to equip a small army. As my Hussites took these arms in their hands, I watched a force of commoners begin to realize the previously unimaginable. With faith, discipline, and my astute leadership on the battlefield, the Hussite movement could defy knights, nobles, and even an emperor.
Oh, man. There we go. That's a pretty nice KD. I feel like we're going to be seeing that a lot from Bohemian games and in multiplayer. You know, it's just one of those... Bohemians are just one of those civs that can get those kinds of KDs. So here's the other castle we could have taken down. Doesn't really matter. They all die the same. And the scenario is fine. This felt like more like a scenario 2, I guess. You know, it was a bit more expansive. It just feels kind of weird after like the massiveness of the first scenario. It's like scaling down a bit more. But we'll see. We'll see how the campaign continues to progress from here. I mean, it wasn't a bad scenario. It certainly wasn't. You know, we got a chance to play with Hussite Wagons, and, you know, that was all good. Reasonably challenging. Anyway, guys, that was the Iron Lords. And next up will be the Golden City. So see you guys next time for that.